जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Very nice. So I am very fortunate to be in the family with the family of Apnesh Prabhu, Shefali Mataji, Abhishek Prabhu. They are also here at Apnesh Prabhu and Anshu Mataji's house in Forest County. Anand Prabhu, we are in your place, holy place. So Anand Prabhu is here, Mataji's husband. Yeah, he attends regularly this forum. This forum means committed. He is always there. Where? She'll come on her own. She told me that. I'll go and pick her up. I asked her to pick her up, but there was a lot of disturbance. I'll go and pick her up in the guest house. BYC. Yes. What is the last verse? उनसे पूछ रहा हूँ। वो कौन सा भी ले लीजिए जो आपको याद है। चलेगा। ठीक है, विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 7th। देखते हैं भगवान इंस्पायर करेंगे। सो दिस इज भगवद गीता 16th chapter. So 16th chapter is about two types of natures. I just give a summary for those who didn't attend. Actually two types of people always exist in this entire creation. एक को हम सुर बोलते हैं, दूसरों को असुर बोलते हैं. We call it सुर and असुर. The demigods and the demons. जो भगवान के सुर से सुर मिलाते हैं वो सुर, जो बेसुरे होते हैं वो असुर, the demoniac people. And these people have always existed. If you see in Satya Yuga, these people were in two different planetary systems. दो अलग लोक में रहते थे. In Treta Yuga, they came in the same planet. In Dwapar Yuga, they came in same families. And in Kali Yuga, yes, you all guessed it right, they are the same person. एक ही व्यक्ति में है both these qualities. So now we are discussing the divine and demoniac qualities. And even Krishna says that divine काफी हो गया. I've been describing a lot about these divine qualities, devta qualities. बहुत बताया है. I have spoken enough. But now is the time for understanding demoniac qualities. Now, what is the need for actually understanding this demoniac qualities? If one may ask, क्यों समझना है ये demon? हम लोग थोड़ी demon है. Are we हिरण्यकशिपु? Are we रावण? बिल्कुल नहीं, दूर दूर तक तो नहीं है. Then similarly, can are we देवता? नहीं, उधर भी नहीं है हम लोग. हम तो बीच के हैं. Yes, क्यों बीच में है? We are in between. We are in the middle because we have to give up the demoniac nature. So वो भले टेंडेंसी हमें थोड़ी सी मात्रा में, it is like little bit, but it is still there, and that has to be removed. So before we remove, it is very important for us to understand what it is. क्योंकि जब तक हम समझते नहीं, till the time we don't understand what these tendencies are, we will not be able to remove it. So it's very important that we remove these propensities. So that is why Lord Krishna takes out special time to explain what are demoniac tendencies. अभी अर्जुन को सीधा सीधा translation ही understood. Krishna just speaks the Sanskrit words, Arjuna notes down very clearly, and he puts a checkbox. नहीं, ये सब नहीं मेरे पास, right? But for all of us, we have to read the Sanskrit, we have to read the English translation, and we also require explanation. कि भाई ये कैसे डेमोनिया के बताइए? So people have that question also. So that is why for the past, I guess, 2 months, this qualities is only going on. हम लोग 7वें वर्ष में ही हैं, because they are really hard to understand. They are quite deep. They are quite deep within us. समझ में नहीं आता कैसे आया है, कहाँ से जाएगा, and it's really hard for us to figure out these qualities. तो इसलिए बेस्ट हम लोग keep it low, keep it slow, आराम से चलेंगे, and let's keep going, no problem. So this is 16:7. So we'll recite. You can all repeat after me in case है वो ऐप वगैरह आप लोगों के पास गीता बुक बुक तो लेके आइए कोई बात नहीं बुक नहीं तो ऐप होता है हमेशा you can have it's very easy Sanskrit pravritim cha nivritim cha janana vidurasuraha na shaucham na pichacharo na satyam teshu vidyate. We have taken this, but it's okay. We have started this. याद आ रहा है कुछ ये लिया है बोल के. Anyway, no problem. We'll do that. Yes, he's brought the books. 1, 2, 3. My lord, very nice. So there are two things mentioned in the Shastras. If you look at scriptures, scriptures talk about two things. The scriptures talk about pravritim. And second is nivritim. What is this pravritim? Pravritim means those things which we are supposed to do. Jo karna chahiye. Do's. We can call it do's. So this is there in the scriptures. And second thing that is there in the scriptures is nivritim, which we are not supposed to do. Jo hame karna nahi hai. And what do we like? We like to break the rules. Yes, break the rules. There was one song which came along that break the rules, oh yeah, break the rules, oh yeah, ऐसे करके एक व्यक्ति बोलता था रूल तोड़ो अच्छा लगता है. That's why rule तोड़ा इसलिए we are all here. We are all struggling, suffering and rotting here in this material world because we love to break the rules. हर जगह rules तोड़ने में बहुत अच्छा लगता है. There was one friend of mine, I remember in school days. It was very strict rule. Deepavali time, no crackers in school. Crackers at home, no problem. In school, big problem. So this guy, what he did, he went in the principal's room. Yes, when the principal was on round, और वहां पे उड़ाया. Can you imagine? Break the rules. Such naughtiness. So similarly, all living entities here also, we are also very naughty. हम लोगों को बोलते हैं नहीं करना है तो तुरंत करें. वो रूम के अंदर नहीं जाना है. What is the immediate tendency? जरूर जाएंगे, जरूर जाएंगे. चलो उस रूम में चलिए सब लोग. नहीं कोई नहीं जाएगा. This is like some people have reverse psychology. So I was just reading a wonderful book. This book is written by a very senior Prabhupada disciple. His name is His Grace Kalakanta Prabhu. He's a spiritual master, a grihastha, and a very blissful soul. So he sent me a book, a signed copy. Dear Sanatan Dharma Prabhu, this is a copy 1 year back. और आज जाके मेरे हाथ में लगा वो. He gave it 1 year back. Yes, it was June 21 में उन्होंने लिख के दिया था. And today, I get it in my hand. Now I have to click and send. Prabhuji, I got it. I'm sorry for not saying thanks. What he must be wondering, this guy, ungrateful fellow, book दिया, इसके लिए gift दिया, TA जो है, he's not even भूल गया और या फिर thank you भी नहीं बोला. So I have to tell him, Prabhuji, it just reached to me right now. So there's a book, Lord Who Dances. That's the name of the book. So I read cover to cover. जब से ISKCON में आया cover to cover पढ़ रहा हूँ. पहले तो cover क्या, headings भी नहीं पढ़ता था मैं. Yes, I cleared and topped many exams just by hearing in class. Textbook मुझे पढ़ने का habit ही नहीं था. No reading, hearing, registering, reply bas. हाँ never reads. Yeah, वैसे ही हमने वैसे ही. That's why he's director. That's why he's director. And that's why I'm director भी वैसे. We both are directors. But I did top. पढ़ते तो सो जाते थे. I mean, I had the same issues. But then 15 years, जब मैं 15 साल का था गीता पढ़ लिया. That was the turning point. उसके बाद नहीं. But even otherwise, I only read Prabhupada books, nothing else. And other books even written by devotees. तो उस book का मैं फिर I started reading from introduction, cover to cover. Introduction से लेके सब कुछ. So in an introduction, he had written, if you people are attached to material enjoyment, don't read this book. If you really want to be attached to what culture you're following, your norms you're following, don't read this book. So reverse. So he's probing interest. He's telling, don't read this book. Don't go ahead. Please stop here and close this book and keep it aside. So he's giving different things. Be careful. You may lose a lot of friends. So just close the book and leave it. So ये तो और भी मतलब he has just got the tendency, निवृत्ति की जो tendency है, ये करना नहीं. He's tapped it so well. Brilliant writer, I would say. So again and again he would say, yes, you don't want to, you have a lot of attachments, right? Yes. So just keep it aside. It's all going to go. पहले warning दे रहे. And still that book has got a lot of viewership and बहुत लोगों ने read किया उसको. So even the Shastras, they tell like this nivritti nahi. लेकिन devotees are very good at preaching. Devotees बहुत अच्छे हैं. They also know how exactly to get things out. So I was very much wondering about this nivritti principles. So here, who is an asura? Asura is one who does not know what is pravritti, what is nivritti. Janana na vidura asura. Na vidu. Vidu means to know. Na vidu means wo nahi janta. Is one who does not know. Such jana or such people are called as asuras. Yeah, who doesn't know the scriptures. So padhenge tabhi samajh mein aayega na. So they don't take up scripture. So I pray that you develop habit of reading scripture. ये तो पढ़ना चाहिए. You put Radhe Radhe is very nice. Shirt. Haji design किया? Okay. Very nice shirt. So we also have this tendency. So इसलिए पढ़ना बहुत important. It's very important to know the scriptures, to hear the scriptures, and to know it. वरना जब तक हम सुनेंगे नहीं, पढ़ेंगे नहीं, we will not know what to do, what not to do. So asuras are those people who do not actually have nothing to give and take with scriptures. Like, what is the scriptures? I don't believe it. So that's why they do not know. That's one tendency of asura. So we can beat this tendency very easily by attending classes, by reading the books and scriptures regularly. By that way, we will come to know what. At least we know what. Abhi karna dur ki baat hai. Theory to aata hai. Practicals is far-fetched thing. At least theory, we know what to do, what not to do. Aata hai. Kiya nahi wo alag baat hai. That's okay. But aata to hai kam se kam. Right? So that is the first thing. And next thing about asuras, what else is told? Na saucham. They are not clean. Asuras are very, very unclean. So even in TV serials, when they showed asuras, they would show asuras with black teeth. They have black teeth and then, crazy kind of hair. Yes. And very dirty clothes. Yeah. Big, pura ekdam. लंबा सा. अभी ये बियर्ड ट्रेंड हो रहा है काफी. सब लोग आजकल के यूथ बन गए भूत with beard. सब लोग दाढ़ी. Yes, as long as until it is black, people love to keep it. उसके बाद मुश्किल हो जाता है to maintain. So like how to identify youth? So we preach to two kinds of people बोलते हैं हम लोग. I used to say, एक तो है दाढ़ी वाले, दूसरे गाड़ी वाले. गाड़ी वाले मतलब गृहस्थस. Yeah, those are householders. They are गाड़ी वाले. And others, they are दाढ़ी वाले. The youth. The two categories of our preaching: गाड़ी वाले और दाढ़ी वाले. So right. So in one sense, that is also uncleanliness. It's kind of uncleanliness. Not maintaining hair properly. Some people, I was traveling in Bangalore metro. So there was one Mataji having green, yellow, red kind of hair. Wow, green? I mean, green? Fashion hai kya? Chudel. I remembered witch from Putna. वो सब याद आने लग गए मेरे को. शूर्पणखा, Putna. I didn't remember Sita. I didn't remember Lakshmi. I started remembering all that after seeing. Yes, Vedic woman, nice woman. वैसे ही आता है. तो देख के हुई green, yellow. बैंगलोर के मेट्रो में. Happily she's going like that. So grow. Rainbow colors. इसको rainbow color बोलते हैं क्या? My God. So boys have salt and pepper look.
Which is natural actually.
Okay. And then they have rainbow color. Now I'm learning new things. Very nice.
Boys color these days.
Yeah, correct. तो वो कुछ लोगों का कलर ऐसे हो जाता है. When you don't shampoo or take bath, हो जाता है. So I've seen this. I was telling some of them, I studied in NIT Trichy. And NIT Trichy is a very fortunate college because अगर आप for water dispenser you're opening, जैसे filter खोलते हैं या फिर टैप खोलते हैं ब्रश करने के लिए, नहाने के लिए, किसी के लिए भी. So in that कावेरी का पानी आता है, कावेरी नदी. And Kaveri is such a holy river that anybody who comes in contact with Kaveri river will become devotee of Krishna. लेकिन प्रॉब्लम है कि ये लोग इंजीनियर लोग नहाते नहीं है ना. No शौचम. रिकॉर्ड बनता है सबका. They will take bath. Yes, there was one guy. Right, I remember college days. This fellow will brush his teeth every Friday. At time भी था उसका, मुहूर्त था वो. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. every Friday. Yes, consistent. He would take bath every second and fourth Saturday at 10 p.m. in the night. News लगता था. खबर हो जाती है नहाने जा रहा है बोल के. And he would change his clothes the first Sunday of every month.
Oh.
ऐसा था उसका ट्रेंड. उसका भी प्लेसमेंट हो गया, सोचो ना. He got placed. प्लेसमेंट हो गया उसका. But the point is that's how people are. We like to be dirty. Another trend that British has brought is called as bed tea. Later, they want bed tea. But actually, the first business is a person should actually get up. Thank God we offer obeisances, namaskar, get up. The first thing is go to the river. This was Vedic culture. We would live near the river. Whenever I go to some places like Srirangapatna, etc., we follow this trend. वहाँ पे there are no bathrooms, toilet inside, out. सीधा बाहर. अरे wonderful. River side, dipping into the river, and it's now also it's proven. You're not supposed to directly. आजकल लोगों को क्या अच्छा लगता है? Shower, सीधा face पे. It's not good. It gives shock to your body. What the body needs is starting with toes, gradually ऐसे करके ठंडे, गरम भी नहीं. You take bath with hot water ना, your entire muscles, bones, everything becomes weak. और सिर पे इधर hot water पड़ता है, you'll become blind. Blindness, ये शास्त्र बोलता है, साइंटिस्ट भी आजकल बोलने लग गए. So ideally it should be cold water, but starting from feet, slowly up. मतलब क्या, our body is meant to take bath in rivers and ponds. That's what is natural. तो एटलीस्ट अभी क्या रिवर पॉन्ड नहीं मिलता, वो पूना में किधर ढूंढेंगे रिवर पॉन्ड. स्विमिंग पूल जाए क्या सुबह सुबह? क्या पूल?
Yes, right.
अच्छा, यहाँ से कूद सकते हैं? नहीं, पूछ रहा था बस. So nice. So that is natural actually. वो swimming pool पानी is dirty. My God, I don't know what not people do inside. I don't want to describe. No details. Yeah.
200 people every day.
Yeah. Pond is good. Why pond is good? Because there are fishes who eat up the dirt. Rivers are good because the water is constantly flowing. So that is actually Shaucham. There's a difference between Shaucham and Snanam. Shaucham means you're taking bath with water. But Snana is completed when you are also chanting some mantra. That's why you will find Vedic Brahmanas or Vedic people, they will recite some bhajan and take bath. Later on, that bhajan got replaced by Bollywood songs and people became bathroom singers. But actually, you're supposed to be a bathroom singer. When you take bath, you're supposed to recite some shlokas, some mantras. Then you're completely purified. Because it says, Om apavitra pavitro va sarvavastha gato piva yasmaret pundari kaksham sabhaya abhyantara suchihi Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. So whenever we talk of cleanliness, you have to clean inside and outside. दोनों एक साथ. So outside कैसे हो जाता है? ना करके. And inside? मंत्र बात. It's very important. So we recite something. कुछ नहीं आता तो क्या करें? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. We have our team of youth. सुबह 3 बजे से लग जाता है हमारा कीर्तन. We find this is one of the reasons why neighbors expel us. जमता नहीं है सबको. खुला please sit. Don't worry, sit down. Yes. Hare Krishna. Yeah, so we'll go on. So that is na saucham. So this kind of cleanliness, see, that's what people don't even know what is cleanliness. So now this is na saucham. That's the first thing to be done right in the morning and offer. So Krishna taught by his example. Lord Krishna, as a grihastha, would every day get up. He would get up on time. ऐसे नहीं कि भगवान को जो है, तो भगवान इस अलार्म ऑल्सो, उत्तिष्ठ उत्तिष्ठ गोविंद उत्तिष्ठ गरुड़ध्वज उत्तिष्ठ कमलाकांत त्रैलोक्यम मंगलम कुरु, लाइक दैट. सो अलार्म लगता था वो. सो उनका वो अलार्म था. जैसे हम लोग हरे कृष्णा कीर्तन लगाते, भगवान को उत्तिष्ठ उत्तिष्ठ गोविंद, अरे उठो 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 करके devotees wake him up. So every day we also wake up Lord in the morning. So he would wake up and he would go. Krishna would go to the river bath. He would take complete bath and then he would give charity. He would perform his yajna and only then come back home to get blessings of elders. So it's a proper vidhi है, किस तरीके से करना है. Yeah. So that's what modern men know what to do. अभी ये civilization है. So I have to tell the truth. Modern men, what they do? Vedic time is you eat in home and go outside to answer nature's call. But modern man eats outside and comes to home to answer nature's call. This is modern civilization. एकदम हमारा सब उल्टा चलता है. Yes, really ulta. Everything is ulta. That's why na saucham is told. Na cha api acharaha. What is the meaning of achar? Now, achar means the right behavior. Now, this is something which people do not know today. They do not know the right behavior. Now, even if you see, Prabhupada would tell, even 50 years back, some few years back, I would say, not even 50, 10, 15 years back, some young teenage youth would go for a puff of cigarette, but as soon as they would see an elderly person, अरे बंद कर बंद कर बंद कर, कौन आ रहे हैं, अरे पड़ोसी वाले अंकल आ रहे हैं, बंद कर, हाँ नमस्ते अंकल, they would say that. They have that shame. They have that shame कि बड़ों के सामने जो है सिगरेट नहीं बोला. आजकल सीधा उसके सामने ही, on their face they blow it. They don't care. This is my space, my world, my space. That's how people have become. So there is absolutely no etiquette. Very, very bad. So na achar, they don't know how to behave. Yes, exactly don't know how to behave. क्या करना चाहिए वो भी नहीं पता बच्चों को. So many times previously, now if we take a ghee lamp and give it to people, they'll give an aarti lo. They take like this and they put it like this. I had gone for a teenage camp. They had called me for a day. So we did aarti and the lamp was taken fire. And Indian kids. Who? Indian kids. दिखाया lamp fire, they're watching. क्या करना चाहिए इसको? Agni देख रहे, they don't know. They're watching there. What to do with this? Yes. So Prabhupada ke time pe I got reminded of Prabhupada time. Prabhupada had gone to the Westerners and given them this ghee lamp, and they were also wondering what to do. So Prabhupada said, yes, this is sanctified fire, take it, put it to your eyes so that you get the complete mercy. It's called Karunya Kataksh. And then you put it to your existence. Take the blessings completely and purify your entire existence. Uske piche ka science hai wo. And these guys would just look. And even offering. Srila Prabhupada gave a lamp. And we have a vidhi. Actually, there's a proper way. 4 times to the feet, 2 times to the navel, 3 times to the face, and 7 times across the body. But they did not know. So Prabhupada ने कहा अच्छा तुम लोग hard way में सीखोगे. इन सबको अभी science explain करने का time नहीं है. So how long we should do this? Till the time my hand pains. हाथ जब तक दर्द नहीं होता तब तक करते रहे. They were doing. स्वामी जी हाथ दर्द हो रहा है. What to do? Pass it to next person. Next वाले आदमी को pass करो. अरे मेरा भी हाथ दर्द हो रहा है. Next pass. So that's what he would do. So he trained people like that. So na cha acharaha, not knowing how to deal. People are very smart with social media. Especially वो किस तरीके से एकदम crisp manner में किसी का leg pulling करना है, sugar coated speech, ये सब aspects में expert. Wow, ये सब आता है. But how to behave with seniors, how to behave with elders, what are basic etiquettes? Yes. Recently, I don't read news. But one of my students suggested me, Prabhuji, आजकल दुनिया में क्या चल रहा है आपको पता होना चाहिए. So he installed an app and said, Prabhuji आप बस एक बार देख लो उसको. Daily 15-20 news आते हैं बस. So I just thought I'll go through it to find out 2 things. One thing is for what purpose? One thing is I'll get to know how fortunate I am. I'm not ignorant like them. Number 2, I'll get good examples in my class. So there was one actor and actress who were getting married. They walked in Tirupati temple with chappals. See, itni murkhata, uddandata actually it is. See, it is normal. This is Western culture. In Indian homes, why we keep footwear outside? Because this is temple of God. Bhagwan ka mandir hai yahan. Ghar ek mandir. That's our concept. Yes, there is God inside of Western. Wahan kuch nahi. They just walk in with shoes. What is this? Yeah, this is also fine. Everything is okay. They will come and Vedic culture, sit down when you are asked to sit. You give idam asanam, then you sit. Then automatically there is water brought to you, water brought and given. There's a way. Something is made, something is cooked. Hare Krishna, please come. And it's given. So there are proper etiquettes to deal. Kaise karna hai, kaise karna hai. Everything is done. Hare Krishna, welcome, welcome. But when you look at the Western civilization, na picha achara. So what they do is people just walk in, go directly to the fridge, open it, take a can of cola, soda, open it, start drinking. The first time my grandmother saw this happening in my uncle's home, she was flabbergasted. She was shocked. Ye kya chal raha? What is this etiquette? Ye mannerless girl. Don't tell her anything. This is what is followed here. Do in Rome as the Romans do. बोलते हैं ना, इधर ऐसे ही होता है. ऐसे ही जूते पहन के आ सकते हैं, सीधा किसी की भी फ्रिज में घुस सकते हैं, वहां जाके निकाल सकते हैं. Done. You can do that. Now this is unheard of. We wouldn't dare. अगर टेबल पे कुछ ऐसे रखा भी होगा तो हम लोग हाथ नहीं डालेंगे. Yes, we will not do that. Although it's kept there. Why? Till the time you're offered, लीजिए नहीं बोले. क्या बोलेंगे first? नहीं क्यों कष्ट कर रहे हैं? This is what we are trained. We should not cause trouble, anxiety, problem to others. उनको ज्यादा कष्ट नहीं देना चाहिए. Yes, that's what we are taught. So this is na achar, achar nahi. Another thing I had gone, some of you may be practicing this, but I'll speak the truth. सीधी बात प्रभु जी के साथ. Okay. So I had asked one couple who was married in the West. So cooking वगैरह मस्त चलता है. I said, well, we cook only once a week. That's it. हफ्ते में एक बार कुकिंग करते हैं. फिर करते क्या, सब कुछ फ्रिज में डाल देते हैं. फिर उसी चीज को निकाल के माइक्रो में करके गर्मा गर्म फिर खाते हैं हम लोग. That's what we do. So न आचार है, आचार नहीं है. Because main thing is when आप प्रसाद खुद कुक बनाते हैं, you offer it to Krishna, you offer it to God. उसके ऑलमोस्ट एक मुहूर्त के बाद 48 minutes the entire तत्व और सत्व the food is lost. उसमें कुछ बचा नहीं रहता. There's nothing remaining in that. And after 3 hours, it's considered one prahar. It's 3 hours is called one prahar. It is considered to be stale food. Yes, it is stale food. But that's what. There's no training, so nobody knows. Next. अरे और बम आने वाले आगे. न सत्यम. This is another thing. The Asurak mentality that Lord Krishna is describing. There is no truth. Nobody lives on the basis of truth. Everybody lives on the basis of lies. सब झूठ मूठ के जीवन पे जीते हैं. Right? It's a झूठ मूठ का जीवन that people stay in. Now बहुत सारी चीजें hurting लगेगी, चुभेगी, but सच तो बताएंगे हम लोग. Right? This is true, and I'm equally a part of this society. Not at the same time, yes. क्या करें? So that's what it is. Now, in Vedic times, people had a land, had cows, had gold. This is the true wealth. लेकिन our wealth, जो हमारा धन हम बोलते हैं, wealth we say, is all in papers. First of all, it's in papers. दूसरा ना वो पेपर भी नहीं, अभी सब कुछ ऑनलाइन है. If you see how the bank works on principle of cheating. Full cheating. मतलब you put 10, you put 10, you put 10. Suppose 10 lakhs you put. The bank which आपका 10 लाख इधर है ना, आपका 20 उठा के they have done something else with that. But they show 3 of you that your 10. See, this is your 10. This is who's 10? Your 10. ये किसका? आपका 10 है. ये आपका है. That's how they play. The other 20 has gone ahead for shuffling. So this is completely nice. If everybody withdraws all money from bank, वो नहीं दे पाएंगे. Because it's a big cheating game going on. और मैं देखो किसको समझा रहा हूँ. Whom am I explaining? और ये लोग they're so humble, they're sitting and hearing, bro. We're exposed today. आपने expose कर दिया हमको. But this is a fact. So Krishna inspired me with this example. I did not prepare it. I didn't plan. I don't prepare for lectures normally. It's just what inspiration comes, I just speak. God inspires, I speak. उस तरीके से. So correct example, suitable, apt हो गया. Yes, so that's the business going on. It's fact. And people are okay with it. क्यों? Secure रहता है ना. In Vedic times, people used to wear the ornaments and go. But अभी किधर? Locker में, बैंक में अंदर छुपा के रखते हैं. They take it out for marriage or some very important festivals. तभी निकालते हैं. Another thing, now truth मैं बताते जाऊंगा, आप लोग बस सुनते रहिए, झेलते रहिए थोड़ा, please. Okay? Person says that this is my car, but he's on EMI. That may not be his car also. Nowadays people even borrow just to impress somebody else. A person may borrow a car. आजकल वो भी facility है. And they say, yeah, मेरा है. Like that. So previously people used to buy at least good clothes for marriage, but now they hire it. क्योंकि एक टाइम ही पहनना है, उसमें बाद फेंक देना है. फिर क्यों? Why unnecessary? Let's hire it. Hired clothes जो सबने पहना है, उसी का महाप्रसाद हम भी पहनेंगे और वही करेंगे. That's what. So majority of the times, what we live on is basis on lies. Yes. Now we are living on 10th floor. गलती से, I pray not, गलती से बिल्डिंग गिरता है, तो लैंड किसका बनता है? The land belongs to whom? We don't know. So we are living in such a world. हम हवे में जी रहे हैं. कहाँ पे? हवे में. It's a fact. वैदिक टाइम में घर गिरता था तो व्यक्ति का ही होता था लैंड. नो प्रॉब्लम. गिर गया, जल गया, whatever. It's with me. Here we don't know where we are living. How many of you drink milk every day? डर रहे हैं अभी सब लोग डर रहे हैं. हम नहीं पीते हैं. Very guys, we all take. Are you sure it is milk? पक्का? अरे श्योर, दूध ही पी रहे हैं हम लोग। टूथपेस्ट भी हो सकता है ना, उसको भी थोड़ा मिलावट कर दो, इट टेस्ट, यस, सब चलता है ये। आई हैव टोल्ड वन पर्सन, देयर वाज अ मिल्कमैन, मैंने बोला भैया आप क्या कीजिए, मेरे सामने इसको निकाल के दीजिए, आई विल पे यू 100 पर लीटर। दिस इज, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 10 इयर्स बैक, 10 साल पहले की बात है। आई विल पे यू 100 पर लीटर, लेकिन मेरे सामने निकाल के दीजिए। बोले नहीं हो सकता। ठीक है कोई बात नहीं, आप एक आप जितना पानी बनाते वो भी कर दीजिए, मुझे एटलीस्ट पता लगेगा कितना पानी मिलाते हैं। नहीं साहब नहीं हो सकता। ऐसे ठीक है, आई विल पे यू 120, आई जस्ट वांटेड टू टेस्ट द लिमिट। नहीं हो सकता। ऐसे 200, स्टिल से नहीं हो सकता। देन आस्क्ड हिम व्हाई, एंड ही इज टेलिंग मी, प्रभु जी कलयुग का जमाना है। व्हाट इज दिस? कलयुग का जमाना इज द टाइम ऑफ चीटिंग। सो ऑल प्रोडक्ट्स दैट वी गेट आर कंप्लीट चीटिंग इन वन सेंस, इट्स फुल चीटिंग। बताना तो पड़ेगा, क्या करें, टॉपिक ऐसा है गीता का। देयर वाज वंस one of my friends, his friend was in a village, he is also from village only, brahmachari hai meri tarah. So he suddenly went to his, when he went to his village, he saw that his friend was damn sick, ekdam bimar, and he had no track record of any kind of illness, kuch bhi nahi tha, absolutely nothing, he was perfectly fit and fine, nail and healthy. Lekin now he's seeing that he's bimar, he's coughing, and his eyes have got sunken, dark circles aa gaye isko. Are you are a fit man, kya ho gaya tumhe, how did you get so sick, what happened? तो इसे कुछ नहीं है, देखो, ही गॉट अ बंडल ऑफ मेडिसिन, इतना बड़ा दिखा, ये सब मैं लेता हूँ, पुट ऑन द, इसे इतना बंडल मेडिसिन, हाउ डिड इट ऑल स्टार्ट? सो ही सेड मेरे अपने गांव में जो है एक फ्री मेडिकल कैंप रखा था। क्या रखा था? फ्री मेडिकल कैंप। उसमें उन्होंने कहा आपको ब्लड प्रेशर है तो ये दवाई स्टार्ट कर दो, और उधर से प्रॉब्लम स्टार्ट होना, तो एक दवाई हो गई, ब्लड प्रेशर कम हो रहा है, उसके चक्कर में एक और आ गया, I had to take another thing because I was getting some kind of problem with wheezing and all, ठीक है, उसके लिए दूसरा, उसके साथ चेस्ट पेन स्टार्ट हो गया तो इसके लिए तीसरा, ऐसा करके करके जो है इट इंक्रीज्ड। सो माय ब्रह्मचारी फ्रेंड ही जस्ट टोल्ड वन थिंग, स्टॉप एवरीथिंग फॉर 1 वीक। he said अरे मर जाऊंगा यार, I'll die. He said nothing will happen, you stop, have faith in me. Yes, I have faith in you, stop. He just stopped it and he was back to normal in 4 days. Asatyam. So we are living in such a society which doesn't tell you the truth. I have given many shows in on NDTV before. 13-14 साल की बात है। I've given many. तो मेरा बहुत अच्छा कनेक्शन था उनके साथ। तो मैं उनसे पूछा, I directly went and asked, whatever you show here, is it true? ला सब बकवास होता है। They have only one goal in life, to ensure that everybody keeps watching their channel only. Every news channel wants that only. कि सब लोग हमारा चैनल TRP, that's it. ये बनाने के लिए हमको कुछ भी दिखाना होता है, हम दिखाते हैं। असत्यम। सो पीपल रियलाइज सो मच, न्यूज़पेपर यानी कि वेद वाक, ये हमारा भगवत गीता है रोज का, like that people open and read, but most of the things that you read are not the truth. Are we living on this basis of truth? So truth is what is there in the shastras, because truth is something that will not change. But newspaper, कल का न्यूज़पेपर कहाँ डालता है आप लोग, कहाँ डालते हैं? रद्दी में। There's no sane man who would read yesterday's newspaper. Why? Because that is stale news. उसका 1 महीने का अकोमोडेट करने के बाद जो है रद्दी में देते हैं। In Gujarati they call it pasti. I had given a program in Gujarati, so they told pasti, Prabhuji, pasti. I learned this new word, pasti. So they put it in pasti. Yes, that's what happens with the newspaper. It becomes news बोलते हैं लेकिन वो old है. It's old. Stale news. So we live so much on asatya. So this is Asura civilization, which lives on asatya basis. Unfortunately, that's the civilization we are living. That is why it's very difficult to develop this Vaikuntha mood here. भगवान के धाम का मूड लाना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. It's very difficult to practice what Bhagavad Gita is saying, because our setting, our environment, our ambience is surcharged with such kind of asuric elements. Asatyam teshu vidyate. So that's how this world is made. It's on the foundation of lies. We'll take the next verse also. Shloka number 8. You can all try to repeat after me. Asatyam apratiष्ठं te jagat ahur anishwaram अपरस्पर संभूतम किम अन्यत काम हेतुकम. Wow, this coming to our modern day education, जो हमने साइंस के टेक्स्ट बुक्स में पढ़ा है अब तक, जिसको आज भी लोग मानते हैं. Yes, asatyam. This world is not having any asatyam apratishtamte. There is no God who has made this world. What do we study in science textbooks? Who made this world? This world came from Big Bang. How did we come? We were all monkeys before. So there is no question of believing in Brahma. There is no question of believing in Indra, Chandra, Varuna. क्यों? क्योंकि हम लोग तो बंदर थे ना पहले. सब बंदर. We have evolved from branches to benches. और हम लोग उसको लिखते भी है, नंबर भी लाते हैं, मार्क्स. कोई पूछता नहीं है. इट्स वेरी रिडिकुलस. ऐसे जीते हम लोग. असत्यम अप्रतिष्ठम ते. डू वी एवर हैव एनी टेक्स्ट बुक हु सेज वी आर ऑल क्रिएटेड बाय गॉड? हमारे टेक्स्ट बुक क्या बनाते हैं? मैन केम फ्रॉम एप्स. और क्या बताता है? कि देयर वाज अ बिग बैंग. लेकिन बिग बैंग करने भी के लिए तो बिग ब्रेन की आवश्यकता है. हाउ कैन अ बिग बैंग हैपन विदाउट बिग ब्रेन? दैट्स आल्सो सो ऑब्वियस. लेकिन सोचते नहीं हम लोग, क्योंकि हमारा ब्रेन को सोचने के लिए नहीं, नंबर के लिए ट्रेन किया जाता है. बस सोचो मत, नंबर लिखो, मार्क्स लो, आगे बढ़ो. यस, डोंट थिंक. दैट्स व्हाई इट्स ऑल किल्ड, इट्स गॉन. यस. सो नाउडेज मोस्ट ऑफ द एजुकेशनिस्ट्स and successful people, they say the one way by which we are killing the creativity of children is by sending them to school. ये हो रहा है. One thing is for sure, they end up becoming atheistic. भगवद वो तो पक्का रिजल्ट मिलेगा. मतलब पढ़ाई हो, लिखाई हो, कुछ नहीं सीखे कोई बात नहीं, लेकिन भगवान में कभी विश्वास नहीं करेगा वो. That is something. So that is the very sad state of affairs today that we have. कि people are not given spiritual education. लेकिन वो गलत गलत चीजें जरूर पढ़ाई जाती है. और खुद 9 में से प्रभु जी डार्विन थियरी तो सच हो सकता है. डार्विन को खुद अपनी थियरी पे विश्वास नहीं था. You read his theory of evolution. He starts with, I don't know how creation came, but I think it happened like this. और इस चीज को पढ़ाया जाता है. सोचो. That is something which is taught in our textbooks. Many of the textbooks in the other parts of the world, they have removed this Darwin theory and discarded it completely. They have discarded and thrown out this theory. लेकिन आज भी इंडिया में पढ़ाते हैं. There has to be serious revamping and makeover that is required in today's education system. Very much. Big Bang को भी पढ़ाते हैं, but there is absolutely no talk about a creator, a person. अभी देखिए आप, अगर अपने प्रभु, the director of Credit Suisse. Yes, आपकी कंपनी बिना, we are just discussing, आप क्या करते हो अभी? So he says, प्रभु जी जाना पड़ता है कंपनी. I'm the director. I all the more have to set an example because I don't go, nobody will come. Yes, Pune कर सर easy. Outside Pune कोई आ नहीं रहा, हम force कर रहे सबको आने के लिए. So he has to set an example for the company to run. Auto mode पे चला सकते हैं बिना. Can you be replaced by some light, tube light or some software or some technology? नहीं. तो एक company चल. How big is Credit Suisse?
4,500 people.
4,500 people. And what's world population? I'm just talking about this world population. बहुत सारे worlds हैं. There are so many. Om Bhu Bhuva Swaha is only the beginning. 7 billion. So 4,500 लोगों को चलाने के लिए we need a director. So 7 billion people को चलाने के लिए don't we need a director? Such a common sense. And this is 7 billion people of, we are talking about only human beings. How many ants? Ants इतने सारे. कितने ants है फॉरेस्ट काउंटी में पता लगा ना आपको? बस यहाँ पे डाल दो, शक्कर डाल के रख दो, सब आ जाएंगे. They will come. उनके व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप बहुत फास्ट है, अपने से ज्यादा. हमने 4:30 प्रोग्राम रखा था हमारा, अभी भी आ रहे हैं. गुड गुड, एटलीस्ट देखिए, आई एम हैप्पी देखिए. बट स्टिल हमारा आते रहते हैं कि हमारा स्लो है नेटवर्क. यस, उनका व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप बहुत फास्ट है, शक्कर डालो सब आ जाएंगे. दिस इज डी ब्लॉक. डी फॉर डिवोशन. वेरी नाइस.
At least 200 directors in CS.
There must be
200 directors actually to manage that 4,500.
There are 200 directors. Thank you. आपकी रेस्पेक्ट मेरे लिए इतनी थी नहीं, अभी बढ़ गई है. You're honest. You could have taken the credit fully and said, yes, Prabhuji, I am the only director of Credit Suisse. But you're so humble, you admitted. So आपका रेस्पेक्ट बढ़ गया है और you're humble. But कहीं और से पता लगता तो फिर नहीं, फिर भी कुछ नहीं होता. Don't worry. I don't judge people on the face. No, I don't. Nice. So he's saying that 200 directors to manage 4,500 people. That's all the more complicated, right? तो इस दुनिया को मैनेज करने के लिए अभी टॉकिंग अबाउट एंड्स, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट बर्ड्स, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एलिफेंट्स. बड़े बड़े लोग, एलिफेंट्स का कितना डाइट होता है. हम लोग अभी जितने बैठे हैं यहाँ पे, हाउ मच वी वुड टेक 3 times a day, 3 बार दिन में जितना खाते हैं, वो एलिफेंट का ब्रेकफास्ट भी नहीं होगा. दैट्स फैक्ट. बट हु इज गिविंग हिम फूड? कौन दे रहा है? भगवान इज मैनेजिंग लाइक दिस फॉर हाउ मेनी एलिफेंट्स, हाउ मेनी कैमल्स, हाउ मेनी बर्ड्स, हाउ मेनी बीस. कितने लोगों का मैनेजमेंट हो रहा है यहाँ पे? You should just think. Still people say asatyam apratishtamte. Just look around, man. How many casual leaves, sick leaves and leaves you give in company? 32 क्या है?
32 combination of casual leaves, sick leaves.
सब कुल मिला के 32 in a year. Good. And they get you can take
We can
accumulate it in the next. Okay, fine. तो जानना important है सब. So imagine how many of you have seen sun god taking leave? कैजुअली वैसे मन किया थोड़ा फैमिली आउटिंग. मुझे भी बहुत गर्म होना. आई आल्सो वांट टू गो टू थोड़ा कश्मीर स्विट्जरलैंड घूम के आता हूँ फैमिली के साथ. इफ सन गॉड गोज देन व्हाट विल हैपन टू अस? बट यू सी दिस परफेक्ट सिस्टम. वी आर श्योर कि 5:55 या 6 o'clock को टुडे व्हेन वाज द सनराइज, 5:58, क्योंकि हमें व्रत तोड़ना था. दैट्स व्हाई वी नो 5:58 वाज द सनराइज. एंड वी आर श्योर कि सनराइज जरूर होगा. And we are very sure sunrise कहाँ से होगा भी. We are very sure where is the sun. Sun is not going to rise from the west. That we are sure. देखते रहो वेस्ट को. हाँ, sun will rise. एक दिन तो आएगा ना प्रभु जी. एक दिन ऐसा आएगा, sun will come from there. बस मर जाओगे एक दिन, फिर भी नहीं होगा ये. So we see that such a systematic world. And still people say asatyam apratishtamte. There is no God. So this is the nature of asuras. They kill God. They don't want God. Jagat ahur anishwaram. There is nobody to manage us. Why they speak these philosophies is so that they can carry on with their nonsensical activities. So if there is no God to क्या है? Enjoy. We dictate. हम बताएंगे क्या करना है. There are no rules. हम बनाएंगे. So this is a very typical mentality of an asura. He wants to finish God and become the God. Now this tendency was there in a great asura called Hiranyakashipu. हिरण्यकशिपु ने क्या किया पता है? हिरण्यकशिपु conquered Indra, heavens को conquer किया, and he said, now I will go and take revenge for my brother. मेरे भाई को इस छलिया, this a very big notorious scamster Vishnu, he has killed my brother in disguise. वो एक सुअर के रूप में आ गया. मेरा भाई ने उसको लाइटली ले लिया, इसलिए वो मार के चला गया. Yes, so this Vishnu is such a big fraud. He cheated my brother, but he will not be able to cheat me. I'll go to Vaikunt Lok right now and kill Vishnu and become the next god. इतना confidence उसको था, इतना confidence. So he went to Vaikunt Lok. गए हो, भगवान ने भी एंट्री दे दी, आने दो उसको, चलो आने दो. See, जब भी कोई डेमोनियक मेंटालिटी बढ़ रही है ना, भगवान थोड़ा और उसको जितना ऊपर से ऊपर लेके जाएंगे, फिर ऊपर से नीचे गिराएंगे. इस ऊपर जा रहे बेटा, चढ़ ले, तू भी क्या याद रखेगा, चलो आगे बढ़ो, गो अहेड. एंड देन फ्रॉम ऊपर से नीचे गिराएंगे. So he made him climb. चलो जाओ, और वैकुंठ आना, इसको दे दो, पूरा पास दे दो, फ्री. So Hiranyakashipu came to Vaikuntha. He could not see anything. इसे विष्णु भाग गया लगता है. मर गया नहीं, मर गया वो, सुसाइड कर लिया होगा मेरे डर से. He was seeing Vishnu had seen in his CCTV camera कि मैं आ रहा हूँ, और देख के सुसाइड कर लिया होगा. That's why he's nowhere. He was not. Vishnu was right in front of him, but he was not able to see because Bhagwan says premanjana churita bhakti vilechanena santas sadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti. Only through love you can see him. And santas sadaiva hridayeshu. Only you have to be a santa, you have to be a devotee to see him. You cannot see God with demoniac mentality. Right? So he went there with demoniac mentality. Dekha Vishnu was smiling right in front of him. He didn't see anything. He put in his WhatsApp group तुरंत, हिरण्यकशिपु group था उनका. God is dead. I am the new God. Declare कर दो. So that's what is audacity. इसको audacity बोलते हैं. Yes, that's what he had. Next. So Jagat Ahur Anishwaram. So people want to remove God because they want to play God. They want to play God. They want to play with nature. पूरी तरह. Aparaspara sambhutam kim anyat kama hetukam. Okay. So how this world has come about? The world is a product of lust. Yes. Male female attraction. That's how the population has increased. There is no God in picture. So this is their very, very foolish philosophy. थोड़ा heavy था आज. We'll have question answers. कोई बात नहीं. Any doubts, queries, questions, comments? You're welcome, both online and offline.
Obviously, there has to
Yep.
be a balance, right? I mean, because obviously in the current world, you cannot have a Vedic life, right? So there are some exemptions that have to be there. Actually, there is, for example, you quoted, wake up in the morning, you go to a river, actually, then you come back, you donate things, actually. So some of that is possible, but if river is not there, obviously you can't do certain things.
River है तो bathroom है, कोई बात नहीं.
Right?
हाँ.
So there could
Principle is of cleanliness.
Huh.
See, we need to understand that we cannot. It's hard to go back to the Vedic side. It's not that it's not there; it's there. It's still there. Fortunately, it's still there. But we need to imbibe the principles of Vedic. We may not be able to get into the details, but at least the principle is something that we can implement even today. The Vedic principle is about being clean. It's not about going to river. It's about being clean. Right? That is the principle. Yeah. So that is something we can do. Yes, we can get up in the morning before the sunrise and we can be clean. वो कर सकते हैं. कोई बोलेगा प्रभु जी possible ही नहीं है. My work gets over at 11 o'clock, 11:30 only. ठीक है, 6 घंटे आप जो अलार्म लगा के at least wake up after 6 hours. And some people say no, Prabhu, you need 8 hours of rest. This is a very common philosophy that is floating. We need 8 to 9 hours of rest. Let me tell you some statistics, obvious statistics. If you sleep too much, you become lazy. If you sleep too less, you become crazy. This fact. And in either case, the scientific data shows those of them who slept less than 4.5 hours and those of them who slept more than 7.5 hours, both of them die really fast because that's not healthy for the body. 6 hours of rest is mentioned in Ayurveda. What is Ayurveda? Ayuhu Veda. The knowledge that teaches you how to increase your Ayu is called Ayurveda. That says 6 hours of good night rest is insufficient for the body. But what happens is we have too much of screen exposure and that tires us. ये हो जाता है. So one thing we can do practically is now I have also started implementing. I wear the specs. उसकी वजह से वो screen exposure effect नहीं होता. So that is one way why we are not artificial life की वजह से वो sleep ज़्यादा हो रहा है, तमोगुण बढ़ता है. But you use that. I personally get rest for 6 hours and I'm fresh. There's no problem. पूरा दिन I can run from day to night. And night 9:15 I have to hit the bed again. Right? तो हो जाता है. So that this is practical. 6 hours is practical even as a corporate. Because now we have corporate. How many hours you are in front of laptop?
practically throughout the day.
Same here.
We started going to office actually, so probably 4 meetings.
Yes,
get up actually,
yes.
but other than that,
Yeah.
it's on
तो हमारे वही है 4 meetings यानी कि खाना मंगल आरती संध्या आरती and probably meeting with somebody. We're going out traveling. Otherwise, we also have to be there. Our shastras are there. Veda base is there. Zoom classes are there. अभी emails जितने भी questions queries सब आते हैं we are here. तो ऐसे होता है. So I am no less of a corporate. देखा बैग के साथ ही आना पड़ता है. Wherever I travel, I have to take. क्या है प्रभु जी अंदर क्या है? अंदर भागवतम है, भगवद गीता निकालता हूँ. Everything all in one. There's a question. We understand the situation, but can't control it. As our children are going through the same wrong education system, how to get rid of it? See, Putana means wrong education system. Putana means a false guru who is misguiding everyone. Yeah, what did Putana do? As soon as she came to Vrindavan, she misguided everybody. She misguided everybody to think that I am Lakshmi, I am a goddess, I am an angel. But who was she? The most wicked Balaghatani demoness. Yes. So she misled everybody. She misled an entire village. That's why she's called as false guru. But who exposed Putana? Baby Krishna. Bada Krishna bhi nahi. 6 din ka Krishna. So anybody who has attended, this is, I would say, give an open challenge. Anybody who has attended 6 classes of Bhagavad Gita can clearly make out, Nirak, Shirak, Vivek. What is water, what is milk? Doodh ka doodh, pani ka pani. Very clearly. So it's what is important is to feed our kids with spiritual training and education. So that way they pick up the essence from what there are good things also taught. There are good things taught in the material education. We are all products of material education. only. But they will know what is truth, what is not, and where are the limits. All those things will be understood. So we have to feed our children with spiritual education. That's very important. That part we do. We give Krishna. Putana will be automatically exposed. Yes. जैसे पूतना कृष्ण के संपर्क में आए, that's all. Krishna started sucking her life out of her, and Putana had to grow big, exposed, and then she fell down. She could not be in that same form. She got exposed. So Krishna exposes the Putana. So we can give Krishna to people, to our kids, and Putana will automatically, they will understand. Ye Putana auntie hai. Yes, they will understand that very easily. Any other question or comment, reflection? I'm fine with anything. Yes, yes.
But now relationships are such that everything needs space. Somehow I feel that. I also feel that. Okay, sometimes you need a break.
Don't be too needy.
Maybe हम कहते हैं ना कि हम बस पक्का है, अब बस हो गया, अब थोड़ा break दो. So how to deal with that?
We have to understand what is this personal space. Personal space means ego. People think personal space is a big thing. I need my space. See, you look at Vedic times. I just went to our Dadar's property. Yeah, I just went there. देखने के लिए कि Dadar, Mumbai, Dadar. It was just one room and it was one kitchen. The washrooms were all outside. Okay. And this was on the 3rd story building. This building was constructed way back in 1886, something around Prabhupada time. तब की बात है. And my great grandfather had come as a sailor from Goa to Mumbai, and he had built that house. So my grandfather, this was about 2004 की बात कर रहा हूँ. I had gone to that property, and my grandfather was telling that we were 10 children, mother, father, grandmother, and we all stayed here. मेरे को फिट ही नहीं हुआ. Really? हम सब आप सब एक साथ, हम साथ है actually.
Yeah.
Why? Because they had very less ego. But with this modern advent of modern ideologies, modern things, तो सबके लिए एक रूम की आवश्यकता. Everyone wants their own room, own space. तब कुछ नहीं. मैं बहुत पूछा, are you very well educated? I said, of course. My grandfather was MA in English. तब MA मतलब बाप रे, बड़ा तो बंदा है. That's what MA. That those times is something great, greatest person. Even 10th pass was big thing. He said, 10th pass is equal to today's graduation. तब की बात. And we all of us are equivalently. मतलब ऐसे ही पढ़ा. बच्चे मतलब sisters को भी पढ़ाया उन्होंने. There were 6 sisters and 4 brothers. सबको. Because great grandfather was very equal to everybody. So he got them educated, got them married. सब कुछ उसी घर में हुआ. Yes. So that was the situation. Why? Where is space there? Because the hearts were bonded. So space is not something to be proud of. It's something which we have to be humbled. Really humbled. क्या है? We need space. Because the ego is big. When the ego is big, we need more space. When there is no ego at all, then there is absolutely no need. So we want to live in an eco-friendly environment. Yes, but we have to be in an ego-friendly environment. Very important. And that ego is curbed with good values and God consciousness. इससे वो ego जो है वो कंट्रोल में रहता है. कम नहीं होता, कंट्रोल में होता है. It's in control. We all have ego. It's good to have ego also, but within limits. So that is the main reason for this space. And chalo, I want a break. Yes. If you look at Vedic time, there's no question of, there's no chutti. There's nothing called chutti. People loved to do what they wanted to do. There was absolutely no chutti. It was constantly, everybody was endeavoring. They had schedules, they had plans, their itinerary, everything was there. Yeah. Yes.
And when we are, say, housewives, continuously we have work. So, something, you have to draw the line.
Exactly.
How can you do so?
No, I agree. No, I was talking, her context of space and break was different. So I had to address it that way only. I hope she understood. She got it. But otherwise, yes, when you do your Krishna conscious activities, devotional activities, it's very important that we have. That's why we have a puja room space. It is there. स्पेस। तो पहले पहले पूजा रूम कहाँ होता था, जैसे ही घर का एंट्री, लाइक दिस वेरी प्रोमिनेंट प्लेस, दैट वाज अ पूजा रूम। लेटर ऑन इट वाज इनसाइड अ बेडरूम, भगवान को थोड़ा साइड में था, साइड में जाओ थोड़ा, यहाँ पे कौन आएंगे, हमारे एलईडी आएगा, किधर है ऑफ कोर्स नॉट एलईडी, दैट टाइम देयर वाज दिस कैथोड रे ट्यूब वाला, वो जाके एडजस्ट करना वैसे, वी हैव डन दैट ऑल दिस स्टफ, एंटीना ऊपर जाके क्योंकि किसी और के लिए स्पेस बनाना था। सो व्हाट वाज पुट इन द बेडरूम, देन बेडरूम में क्या है, बेडरूम में वी आर देयर, तो भगवान जी रहेंगे तो हम कैसे रहेंगे, चलो भगवान जी के लिए दूसरा रूम, तो किचन के साथ थोड़ा एडजस्ट कर लीजिए भगवान, शोर शराबा रहेगा, थोड़ा धुआं वगैरह रहेगा, बट प्लीज एडजस्ट। फिर उसके बाद लेटेस्ट लेटेस्ट स्टेयरकेस के नीचे जरा सा स्पेस, देखिए देखिए हमारे पास भी इट्स लाइक दैट, तो भगवान जी का स्पेस, फिर कुछ टाइम के बाद भगवान जी थोड़ा बाहर ही एडजस्ट, मंदिर है ना कितने सारे, उधर एडजस्ट कर लो कहीं आप, ये हमारा घर है। यस, सो द मोर वी रिमूव भगवान आउट, घर को भवन बोलते हैं, वी कॉल इट भवन, but the moment we remove भगवान from भवन, it becomes one. वन में कौन रहता है? And everybody behaves like that. Why? Because bha is missing. Right? Very important. We have this. वरना नहीं होता. Question. I was wondering that I, as a so-called devotee, condemn karmakandis, but at least a karmakandi has faith that there is no enjoyment in this world. So if I'm thinking that money will take care of my problems in life, then what is my position really in the yoga ladder? Hare Krishna. See, Prabhu, what is very important in Vedic life? There are two things. There is a substance and there is a structure. दो चीजें होती है, right? So structure is the kind of conduct or the activities that we do. We chant God's names, we attend Bhagavad Gita sermons, सुनते हैं हम लोग, we read the shastras, we do the artis. So structurally we are a devotee. We are. And in structure is more important than substance actually, because you get the structure, the substance will come. Get the structure right, the substance will come. That's why what is real estate? They're making the structure and substance is coming. ऐसे कोई बिल्डिंग देखे 10 साल से खाली पड़ी है, even it's a भूत बंगला, people will occupy because there is so much demand for space, जगह. So people are making the structure and the substance, that's the people are automatically filling in, वो होता रहेगा, that's the law. So you got your structure right, so you are a devotee. But substance में थोड़ा राडा है, there is some problem with that, and that is because of our previous association prior to coming to devotion service. उन सब की वजह से we have purchased a lot of scripts from many places, and that is something we are undergoing. We are undergoing the process of reformation. We are script को हम लोग जो है replace कर रहे हैं, we are changing that, and that gradually it will happen. So all these karma kandi tendencies, jnani tendencies, karmi tendencies, this all would gradually be driven out and they'll go away. चला जाएगा. That would happen surely. Okay, so you have to stick to the process, get the structure, the framework is right, definitely the substance will eventually follow. That's the power of bhakti. I have seen people just attending classes, and कभी मैंने कभी follow up भी नहीं लिया, people check to chanting of names, हो जाता है. Attending classes, people come to the temple. Attending classes, people started applying tilak. Why? The substance is coming in because you are sticking to the program. Yes, so attendance in the program is very important. All right, okay, we'll call it a day.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्णा।
प्रभु जी, कल्चर हम लोग चेंज कैसे करें, क्योंकि हम लोग खुद सुन के फॉलो कर सकते हैं, बाकी के लोगों को इतना सारा भी कल्चर डेवलप हो गया है, कमर्शियल हो गया है, तो वैदिक कल्चर कैसे इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करें?
वही है एक चीज, बी द चेंज दैट यू वांट टू सी इन द वर्ल्ड। गांधी जी ने बोला था यही, यू हैव टू बी द चेंज। तो हम लोग अपने आप को ही चेंज कर सकते हैं। We change ourselves, world will be a better place for us. Yes, we don't know about others, but at least अपने लिए world will be a better place. विश्वम पूर्ण सुखायते विधि महेंद्र आदिश्च कीटायते. So one thing we can do is we can change ourselves. खुद को change कर सकते हैं. So let's change our culture, right? And world will be a better place for us at least. ठीक है? Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. We'll call it here. Srila Prabhupada.